I have been throwing this on throughout the quarantine.
Don't take it personal, I ain't lying, I ain't hiding, I've been grinding, multiplying.
Hey loves, it's Gabby. First off, Happy New Year. This is my very first video of the new year, so I'm so excited to be back filming here on YouTube. I had so much growth last year and I'm looking to continue that growth this year, so we are getting back into the swing of things, okay? Alright, I'm going to be dancing throughout the video, so keep that in mind as well. But yeah, I'm in a new place. I've got a new puppy, I've got a new background, and I'm just ready to tackle some major goals this year. So this is my very first Get Ready With Me here on my channel. I'm going to be showing you my makeup, my hair, and my outfit of the day. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into this video. Alright, so jumping right in, I like to start off with a lip balm. This is the Cocoa Butter Lip Balm that I purchased at my local beauty supply store. It works well at moisturizing my lips, so I use that first. And then I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Mattifying Primer. Now, don't mind my little sore I was pointing out. You know, I am rough. I'm a little tomboy at heart, so I get lots of sores. But yeah, that's neither here or there. The primer that I am using has changed my makeup game for the better. I'm telling you, my makeup stays matte for a longer period of time, but I do have oily skin, so I do have to refresh it every now and then. All right, so next up, I'm using a brown eyebrow pencil, and this is just to really slay my eyebrows. I don't want my eyebrows to basically look like they're drawn on. I really like for them to look nice and natural, so I go ahead and I trace the outline of my eyebrows first. I do one and then I also do the other just so I can knock it out all at one time and make sure that I'm following a pretty straightforward process. So as you can see, I'm outlining the other one as well, and I did just arch my eyebrows today, so they are looking really good. All right, so next I'm just going to take this eyebrow spoolie that I got out of a kit from Amazon, and I'm just going to brush that product throughout my eyebrows. Once again, I want you to be able to see the product and to kind of define my brows just a little bit, but for the most part, I really just want them to look as natural as possible, you know, with a little, you know, makeup touch on them as well. Okay, now this next trick is something that I have been using for quite some time, and I'm just finally going to go ahead and share it with you guys. But I've been using the black bottle of Got to Be Glued. Now this stuff works amazing when it comes to keeping my eyebrows in place. Of course, you can use this on wigs to hold down your wigs, but in this case, I am using it for my eyebrows. I haven't actually tried eyebrow gels or anything like that, so this is just what I've been using. It keeps my eyebrows in place all day, and you know, I pretty much don't have to retouch it. So this is what I've been using, plus you get a lot of product and this is going to save you some coins. All right, so once I've got the product on there, I'm going to go ahead and just brush my eyebrows in the direction that I want them to go in. So because I like them wispy at the front of the brow and then just laid at the back, that is the way that I'm kind of moving my spoolie around to make sure that I get that effect. And then of course, to have them lay flat up against my face, I just use my hands to do that process, and then we fan it till it's dry. All right, next up, I'm going in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer in Toffee. Now I normally use Fawn for both my eyebrows and my under eye, but I could not find it, so Toffee will work as well. They both do the exact same thing. And I'm going to use this to highlight my brow. Now for me, once again, I am looking for something that is as natural as possible. Okay, so I'm going to smooth it on very light at first. And really, I just want a kind of subtle highlight. I don't want anything to be too extreme. This is like a natural, everyday makeup look. So I want it to look as natural as possible. Okay, so I'm going to go on the top of the eyebrow. Now, as you might have noticed, I don't go to the front of the eyebrow with the concealer. I only keep it all the way at the bottom and then kind of just a little bit towards the middle and then all the way to the end of the brow at the top. Okay, so for me, that just makes the entire look a little bit more natural, and that's what I've been doing for years. All right, so now I'm just pretty much melting this into my skin and making it look as flawless as possible. All right, so once I'm done, I smooth everything through with my hand, and this is how it is looking. So of course I did the other brow off camera, but I love this natural look. So let's get into the rest of the tutorial. So for me, my eyelashes are always falling into my eyes. I don't know why that is the case, but they always fall into my eyes. So I really like to do this step of pulling my eyelashes prior to just applying my makeup. That way it doesn't get on my face. All right, so here I'm going in with my foundation. This is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the color Chai. I've been using this for quite some time. I went to Sephora, literally was like, what's my shade? And this is what they gave me. It actually has a really good consistency. When you apply it, it's very smooth. It applies very nicely, and I just love the finished look of this product. It almost is like skin to me. It really is not heavy at all, and it makes my process easy because I am still a beginner at makeup, so I love something that makes my job a lot easier. All right, so I'm just gonna continue to work this through. I feel like this and my eyebrows are pretty much the most time consuming part of my process, although I will say my under eye concealing that as well is a process in itself. But yeah, I'm just smoothing the product through, and then we're gonna go to the next step. All right, so now I'm going to take that same concealer and I'm going to conceal underneath my eyes. Now, when I was a beginner, what I used to do is kind of rub this concealer in the wrong way. And basically it wouldn't really conceal much of my under eye. And for me, I've got bags. It's hereditary. I've always had bags. And the process I've learned is just to really kind of, tap on the actual LA Girl Pro concealer, and that will camouflage the under eye marks without swiping away the product, if that makes sense. So you'll see the process in just a minute. So that's the application under both eyes and around my nose, and then as you can see here, I'm just doing a tapping motion going right up to my forehead or whatever, and we're pretty much just tapping it in. Okay, so yeah, I also tap it in on my eyes as well, and this just helps to kind of blend everything together. And then I'm also taking the butt of the Beauty Blender as well to kind of make everything mesh together with my foundation. And as you can see, it just really camouflages the line of demarcation between the foundation and the concealer, and it makes everything flow seamlessly. So I love using this technique. Now, any excess concealer, I do pretty much just go ahead and swipe it on my nose, swipe a little bit on my forehead, and then on my chin. All right, so that's what I like to do. I don't really like to add a little bit more concealer because I don't want a very crazy highlight on my forehead and also on my nose. This is just the way that I do it, and it works for me. All right, so as you can see, I've got a nice subtle highlight in multiple places. So now we are ready to go to the next step. All right, so I am going to just go ahead and pack everything in with this Sacha Buttercup, what is it? Sacha Buttercup setting powder. That's what it is. Okay, listen, I am still new to this makeup game. All right, so here I'm taking a damp beauty blender. Yes, it's dirty, but whatever. I'm taking that and I'm just damping the product on just a little bit. Just take notice of my technique because this really helps me not apply too much product all at once. All right, y'all, so my camera did cut off, so I lost a little bit of footage, but let me tell you what I've got on my face pretty much, or what I added to this process. So I've got NYX Butter Gloss in Praline on my lips. This is beautiful, a beautiful nude for a brown skinned woman. I've also got Black Opal, which is a 700 deep color on my contour, and then I've got the Fenty Beauty in the color Cinnamon on my cheek. All right. Yeah. Okay, so with that being said, we're moving on to our eyes. Now, I am a fan of eyelashes, absolutely, but I do have sensitive eyes. So I'm going to be going in with this Maybelline Push Up Drama mascara, and this actually works to really push up my eyelashes. Now I'm gonna be honest, I naturally have very long eyelashes, but it definitely makes them a lot more dramatic and a lot more noticeable after the application. Now I have a specific technique. Make sure that you pay close attention to that technique, because I feel that it piles on the product in a way that gives you a really dramatic, super dramatic look at the end. All right, so just definitely be extremely careful, because you'll see in just a few clips that I am going to have some mistakes that happen, and I'm going to show you how to correct them. All right, so as you can see, my eyes look amazing. I love the way this mascara makes my eyelashes look, and you don't need false eyelashes. All right, so what I do to one eye, I do to the other. So again, I'm going to do that same technique on the other eye as well. And this is how they are looking. All right, so to correct any mistakes, I am going to be taking that same LA Girl Pro Concealer in Toffee, and I'm just going to basically tap it on the spots where I made a mistake and got mascara on my eyelids, or underneath my eyelids as well. All right, so that's pretty much how I correct. If you know a different way to correct your mascara errors, then definitely let me know down below, but this is just what I've been doing. Okay. All right, and also before I forget to mention, I did line my under eyes with some black liner. I did forget to mention that. But this is the finished look. So dramatic, so Gabby. I absolutely love it, and I'm ready to go to the next step. All right, so this is a palette I've obviously had for quite some time. This is the Nude palette by Maybelline, and as you can see, it looks like it's got like 3 bullet holes in it. It has literally been worn and traveled with me everywhere that I've been. So yeah, it's been, it's been rough, but it's still hanging in there. All right, so I'm gonna take this gold shade here, and I'm just gonna highlight, what is that? My inner corner of my eye on both sides. And this is just going to give me a subtle highlight in my eye, in my inner tear duct. I believe that's what it's called. Yeah. All right. So we're just going to highlight whenever. And I'm also going to swipe it on top of my eyebrows, or underneath my eyebrows, just to give a nice subtle highlight there as well. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and go in with our setting spray. Now here is where I messed up. So normally before I do my mascara, I go ahead and put my setting spray on. That way any mascara won't transfer onto my actual makeup. But I did it the opposite way this time, and luckily it did not get on my actual makeup application. So I saved myself there, but definitely do this step before you apply any mascara. Okay. And then just fan it, get it nice and dry. As you can see, this blends everything together, and this is the finished look. I am looking so bomb. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the hair that's gonna be featured in today's video. This is my headband wig that I made a long time ago. I will put the card for this video up above, so that if you're interested, you can check that out. All right, now I did lay my edges. These 2 products work wonders for laying my edges, and I have very, very kinky hair. Now you do have to do a touch up probably every other day, but it is a really good combination to have, especially when you want to have your edges laid. All right, so this is what I am using. And once I'm done with that process, I'm going to go ahead and throw the headband wig that I made on. Okay, I had to say I made it because I did. Okay, I did. All right, so I have been throwing this on throughout the quarantine, throughout just, whenever I have to run to the grocery store or run errands, I have been throwing this wig on, and whether my edges are laid or not, it looks really, really good. All right, so just the texture alone and the curls, baby. You can pull off any look, whether you're going for a jog outside or you just need to, throw something on real quick to go out with the hubby. This is a look no matter what. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and connect it in the back, and then I'm gonna go ahead and shape it with my fingers, and you'll see that in just a moment. But as you can see, your girl is feeling herself. It looks so good, like instant instant goddess, okay? Hey. I was jamming in the background, y'all. That's why I had to do a voiceover, because listen, I need to focus from getting from A to Z and, you know, talking throughout the video. It's just, you know, I haven't mastered that yet, but we're gonna get there. We for sure are gonna get there. All right, so I'm just gonna continue to fluff the hair and shape it in the direction that I want it. Of course, you can wear it up, you can wear it down. I showed you that in the other video, okay? But in this video, I'm gonna keep it like this, just like this. I had to tone it down just a little bit because it was just a little too hype. All right, so here I'm actually going in with, this is an old belt. Listen, I told y'all in the previous video, I need to get an actual, a couple of headbands, but I don't have it right now. So I just honestly just work with what I got. For the most part, I'm working with what I got, and this works perfectly fine. So with this belt, as you can see, I'm just tying it around my head, and I'm showing you the first look when I initially wore this brown outfit that I'm going to show you at the end. I wore it with the kind of this bow just like this. It looked cuter than this, but this is just what I'm showing you, and I'm actually going to change it up in just a moment to make sure that it doesn't have the bow at the front of my head. So you'll see that in just a sec. But this is what it's looking like right now with the bow. All right, and this is how it looks without the bow. So for me, I just felt that, you know, let me go ahead and do it without the bow. My hands was tired, y'all. This was some work, okay? I had to put in some work today. But I've got everything pretty much laid the way I want it to be laid. We're gonna do a quick touch up on the edges, and we're gonna go into the outfit. Oh, this is like, if you were to go into the beauty supply store, this is the Gabby hair. This is what I would be looking for. We're gonna top this whole look off with some earrings that I purchased on Amazon. Y'all, Amazon is the place to be right now in this pandemic. With everything that's going on in the world, Amazon has come through for you, girl. All right, so I've got these earrings on, and they just brought this whole look together, created a whole different look. This is actually my first time wearing them, so I took them out the box and I went ahead and put them on, and they are beautifully crafted. I just absolutely love them. I recommend them, and I will link them down below if I can find the link. All right, let's go ahead and do a couple of looks, do a couple of shakes of my hair, and baby, I am feeling myself. This is a look, okay? All right, I am absolutely loving this look. It came together very, very well. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull the hair apart so that it can kind of fluff out and get big, because we love big hair. All right, so I am so excited and geek about the way this whole look came together. I've been wanting to do a makeup tutorial here on YouTube for quite some time, so I did that, and I also threw in a hair tutorial as well. Baby, we killing it. Let's go. All right, one thing I did forget to mention is that anytime I am oily, which I am always oily, I mean always oily, so I have to use this translucent powder by Mercier. Hopefully I didn't butcher that, but I use this to pretty much just tap onto my face anytime I am getting a little bit oily, and that's mostly around the bridge of my nose, or kind of around my nose and my mouth smile lines. So, but I also use it to set the rest of my face as well, which I forgot to do earlier in the video before the setting spray. So I set my face with this as well, and it works for me. So if you are an oily girl, hopefully this will help you out. If you are out and about, just go ahead and grab your translucent powder and tap it into the places that you are oily, and it will help your makeup last, okay? I definitely need to get this in a travel size, because that will definitely come in handy, just because this one is big and bulky, and I kind of sometimes either like to wear a small purse or no purse at all. So it would be helpful for me to have a travel size of this translucent powder, but it does the trick. It works very well with all of the rest of the makeup that I have on, and we are ready for the next step. So here is a preview of the outfit. Let's get into it. First off, this outfit is a brown skin baddie, okay? It is so comfortable. As you can see, you can wear it without the knots or with the knots. However, you know me, I had to tie it up in the front just to give it a different look and serve a different purpose, okay? I did pair it with these heels. I will actually put the name of those those heels somewhere on the screen or in the description box below. All right, so with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching my first Get Ready With Me. If you guys have any questions, you already know to leave them down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.